What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today I'll be talking about Deepwoken, specifically everything publicly stated about Conquest and speculations from the community about what we'll be getting. As you know, Conquest is a game mode coming to Deep, but the update itself will be way larger than just some PvP. Before we start, I do want to specify that I am a tester for Deepwoken, so I can't confirm or deny anything in this video unless it's been publicly stated by the developers. Of course, we don't know everything behind the scenes, so that's why I'll be sticking with information that anybody can find. Alright, let's begin. The discussion of Conquest was born from a player poll result dropped in the main Discord. As it states, players had the choice to pick between guild-based raids, which are essentially capturing enemy spots and stealing their loot, Guild Conquest, a new arena game mode with endgame rewards while capturing areas around the map, and the winning vote, world events with both PvP and PvE incidents that anyone can enjoy. This is where Conquest originated in Deepwoken discussion, but despite the overwhelming win of world events, it was decided that Conquest would be coming out first. Although we don't know if Conquest is dropping alongside other content like world events, it's very possible for them to push them out procedurally in the following updates. I'm only really saying this because it has been shown that events like the new islands can randomly drop each week, which was pretty big for ocean event diversity, so yeah, it might come out. Anyway, what exactly is Deepwoken Conquest, and how does it compare to the original Conquest idea proposed by Monad Games? If you weren't aware, Conquest by name isn't something new. In several of their games, the same developers eventually integrated capture point PvP as an endgame option, and yeah, they're following that trend. For example, Tales of the Valley, a game by Archmage, had a very similar system where players took over locations to obtain victory in a 6v6 versus setting. You'd have to claim each section of the map with the entirety of your team to take that dub, so matches took a very long time, I'm not gonna lie. Moving on to Rogue Lineage, another game by Archmage and several Deepwoken devs, Conquest is basically a carbon copy from Tales of the Valley. With an updated new map inspired by Tales with the same exact game mode rules, players fought to take over the map, ultimately capturing every single point. Now, based on the information that we do have, will Deepwoken Conquest be the same? You'd think so, but I don't believe that's true at all based on what has been said publicly from the Deepwoken team. It's been confirmed to the public that Conquest will be a new endgame PvP game mode with large parties, probably like 6v6 or 5v5, facing off to control the map. Conquest will have rewards in the same tier as Layer 2, such as knowledge, gear, and dies, without having to fight monsters, and there will be more than what we already have. It's been said a few times that Deepwoken Conquest is almost finished, with the testing happening currently, but a date for release is unclear. Yet, we do have some information and potential sneaks to piece together what this game mode might be, and I'll take a look at them based off the community's input. Based on a few different screenshots, we can see the work in progress Conquest map, which takes place in the central luminant. Instead of being like old Conquests like Tales of the Valley or Rogue Lineage, we do have specific maps that are new to fight inside. These screenshots show off a ton of different environments that we might be able to fight on, with a bunch of elevation and flat spots to, interact with, which might be cool for different builds that specialize in ganks instead of 1v1 combat. Besides this, another statement and screenshot was made discussing and showing off another Conquest map. By the way, there is going to be multiple maps with an image of the Markor Citadel, a prominent lore location. Regardless, we are going to be getting multiple maps for this new endgame option, which is pretty crazy. Alongside this, for the map, we also got a weird video showing off some sort of farming, captioned, "A PvP game mode isn't the only thing that we're working on for the Conquest update." Some people speculate that this might be found inside the Conquest map, but I'm very doubtful of this being related. But, it's also worth pointing out that this says the Conquest update, not Conquest itself, so it's probably not a part of the fighting, and a bonus content drop that comes alongside the update. Back to the actual gameplay of Conquest, we don't know much, but we have seen a few different things. On the Deepwoken Twitter, we have seen a video of, I guess, towers that shoot players and target them and appear to have some sort of bar. Maybe it's a capture bar, maybe it's HP, but people have, been coming up with weird ideas. Alongside this, there has been more screenshots and concept art dropped for, I guess, towers or capture points for Conquest, and also some, I guess, monsters that may be included that seem to represent each team. And finally, inside of the Deepwoken Discord, it was revealed that there will be a talent shop where you can earn things and I guess buy talents, which will be crazy for Conquest. Do you see where this is going? There's breakable towers that target players, capture points, monsters that represent each team, and a talent shop. Instead of this game mode being so similar to Rogue Lineage Conquest, players think that it might be representative of League of Legends. So, from a Diamond 3 support player that plays League of Legends, it's one of my friends, not me, don't even worry about it, it's definitely not me. This is how Conquest might be in Deepwoken, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to piece it together based on what the community has said. League of Legends is a 5v5 match which goes on for an average of about 30 minutes. Players each choose a role before they queue, but in Deepwoken, it's more likely that they will choose an area of the map to occupy and I guess farm. Farming in League of Legends refers to killing enemies when you can, mobs, mainly minions that represent each team, which I think are shown off in this screenshot, and for the jungle role, monsters which spawn in the jungles, which are zones in between other lanes. If Deepwoken wants to stick with League of Legends, there likely will be areas where monsters spawn not unsimilar to Smite or League, such as Threshers, Megalodons, or other various mobs which you can kill for XP to get money in the talent shop or, you know, specific buffs. In League of Legends, there's also a leveling system which locks you out of abilities or I guess attributes, and if Deepwoken wants to do this, I believe it might have to do with mantras or agility, strength, fortitude, any stats that you may have. The size of the maps are massive for Deepwoken, so it's likely that members of a team will have to work together over large distances while communicating and defending their areas, which are being constantly raided by other mobs or players. As a game of League goes on, you'll get stronger and stronger with EXP or your desired build or your bought items and talents from the shop, and then battle for huge objectives like beating the other enemy or fighting down a boss. Of course, this is all speculative and could change based on what the Deepwoken developers want to achieve with their League of Legends ideas. So finally, Deepwoken Conquest may be a mix of Tales of the Valley, Rogue Lineage, and of course League of Legends based on what we've seen, but I don't know, it's still gonna be exciting. Now that we're done talking about possible gameplay, let's discuss potential loot and content coming alongside this game mode update. Right here, Archmage states that yeah, we're gonna have unique rewards specifically made for Conquest, so keep an eye out for that. One specific weapon that people have been talking about is the Deepwoken Weapon Contest winner, the Bloodsworn Effigy. Perfect for a guild-based game mode, this charisma legendary weapon is a banner that's supposed to buff your friends and represents your team, so the developers state they do want to drop this weapon whenever it's finished, with Conquest in mind for an eventual goal, since it makes a lot of sense. Besides this, I'm sure there's gonna be new armor, new outfits, weapon, and equipment they all want to push out, but there is gonna be a focus on Conquest OATHS that has been publicly stated. Although all of these OATHS might not be obtainable from the Conquest game mode itself, developers have said that they want to drop OATHS at the same time as Conquest. For example, K1, a Deepwoken dev who originally made Fade Trimmer, says that 3 non-joke OATHS may be dropping with the Conquest update. Again, it says with the update, it might not be obtainable through the actual PvP game mode. Besides this, Dex, another Deepwoken developer, has been pretty public with his contribution and creation of the Hero Blade or Saintsworn oath, which is totally new. As we can see from this teaser, this oath is a culmination of all Hero Blades, at least what we can see. This oath, the Avatar oath, might be additional on top of the 3 new oaths dropping with Conquest, or it might just be one of the 3. Regardless, I'm happy to play with new builds, and I'm sure the player base will as well. So, to be honest, that's all we really have when it comes to Conquest loot, but it has been restated many times in these messages that more is gonna drop than just the game mode. I myself are unsure about potential bonus content dropping with this giant Deepwoken Conquest update, but that's all that we can really see right now. Of course, a lot of this video was statements made by devs or speculation from the community, so we can't be exactly sure of everything. Anyway, I hope you're excited about this legendary Deepwoken update, and get ready cause it's gonna be crazy. Comment your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this video or thought it was very informational, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and let's try to hit 85k subs. Thanks again, it's punchin' time.